Hey friends, it's Jenny and I'm getting ready to work on this week's A Cherry on Top sketch challenge. Sketch number 448, which is due on October 15th. There's a large photo this week, a 5x7, so I did print out a new photo for this. It looks like, so you've got, most of the side here is for, you've got your title and then lots of spots for journaling. You've got an embellishment cluster at the bottom left of the photo. It looks like there's some wordy bits behind here, a piece of paper, as well as some mixed media or something here. I am going to use, from my fall kit, the Simple Story Cider and Donuts. So this is what I had put Cider and Donuts in my fall kit. This will be the first time I'm using it to go ahead and make something. Here's the photo I'm going to go ahead and scrapbook. This is Josie. It was a beautiful day. We went to Santa's Village, and they were just starting to decorate for fall and stuff. So this is the photo that I'm going to use, 5x7. What I have here, what I've picked so far, is I believe this is going to be my topography paper, where it'll peek out on the side of the photo. So it'll probably just be using a little bit of this. The back of this paper is just a nice rusty orange check plaid called Bushels of Fun. This I'm going to use just for that one strip of paper, and this is called Gather Together. The other side of this is some fun mushrooms and all the colors in the collection. This is going to be my background, and this is called Pumpkin Everything. And on the other side of it is pumpkins, all the fun colored pumpkins. So if you get my drift, what I'm going to do is this, layered with this. There'll be a little bit of this, and then the photo will be here. Pretty. I pulled out the journal elements to maybe grab one of these for a journaling spot. Looking at these, it's, you know, maybe do like little memories, or I'm thankful for my girls, that's for sure. I could even use this to match the strip that I want to use. I don't know which way I'm going yet, but I did grab one of these to use a journaling element. In the back of this is all kinds of apples and cider and donuts and pies, caramel apples, and you've got your tea. And then, who doesn't love a tag? I love tags. So here's the tag element sheets. I don't know if I'm going to use one, but I do have this out as a possibility for just embellishing. This is a pretty tag. I like that. And then here's the back of the tags. I do have the sticker sheet. Like I said, I bought this collection last year because I had to have it, and I haven't used it. So it came, I put it in my fall kit this year. Did I buy any fall kit? I don't think I bought any fall paper this year. Yay me. I bought Christmas, but I don't think I bought a new fall collection. I received one in my Scrapbooking Fanatics box, and I get scrap room, so there was some in there. So I got enough fall product that I was happy to not add additional. I've got the puffy title, so I'll be using a title from here. Cozy Days I like. She's a cozy little one. Oh, I love that flower. This would be, so we've got some of this in our scrap room kit last year, so this is what I have from that. I've got a beautiful frame that will not be used for this layout. I like that one. I'll have to find a picture for that. And then I've got, so this is what I've received of the puffy sticker sheet, and just a couple of pieces of ephemera. That's why the scrap room kits are perfect. You get just a taste, just a sample. I did purchase last year the Cider and Donuts floral bits. I figure this is perfect for the pumpkins that I'll be looking for, and of course flowers. Who doesn't love them? And then here are just the cardstock bits and pieces, so anything that I'd like to use from there as well. What I added in here were a couple of Scrappin Happy Studio flares. Knock on wood, I haven't bought any of these in a little bit. Got to use what I've got. And Believe it or not, last week I was just telling my friend. So look, that. Oh, I think I'm due for an order. Not yet though. Not yet though. But I've got these ones, cute, cute, cute. It's got the little pumpkin or pumpkin, you know, buckets and things like that. This one is more, I like this color. I thought would go really well with the collection here, that kind of turquoisey teal. And these look like they're just smaller ones of those, where I could use the, again, the teal and the pumpkin. So I pulled those out. I have this washi. My friend Melanie sent me this, and this is from Cozy Days. There is this piece of washi on this. I don't think I'll be using this, but I did pull it out just in case. I have from Buttons Galore and More, I have these flat back leaves, if I want to use kind of like an acrylic leaf. Very pretty. Oh, some of them are buttons, so see. I don't think I'll be using them this week because it's really not going to be a leafy type layout, but who knows. I've got it ready to use. And then last year's Buttons Galore and More exclusive box. There are flatback, like orange pearls, flatback yellow ones. There's these really sparkly, like yellow. There's leaves in here and pumpkins and just pretty bits and pieces that if I want to use, because I don't have enamel dots or brads. Can you believe it? I can't believe it, but I figured I'd have one of them, but I don't, and that's okay, because look at all the other fun things that I do have to play with. So I'm going to go ahead, get started, get some things laid out, and I'll come back and show you what I came up with. Hey friends, it's Jenny, and I've completed this week's A Cherry on Top sketch layout. Just another representation of what the sketch looks like. You've got your large paper. There's a strip and some text here. There's a spot for embellishments. We've got some mixed media in the two corners, our title, and a large spot for journaling. As mentioned, I am using the Cider and Donuts collection from Simple Stories, and this is what I came up with. I had shown you at the beginning that I was going to use this paper for my background, this one for this strip, and then this one for the text print. But when I had laid it out, I knew I wanted to put a mat around the whole thing. So I did end up cutting another piece of paper to do that. But I did gut it. So I've got, you know, some of that left. I tried to use a little bit of each portion of the embellishments. So you will see here bits and pieces. There are stickers. This is a sticker. Here's a sticker. Sticker. Embellishment, embellishment, embellishment. Up here we've got embellishment, a sticker, and foam pieces. So I try to use out of all of the pieces that I do have foam, I have stickers, I have paper ephemera, and I included 3 Scrappin Happy Studio flair, as well as some Buttons Galore and More, some jemmies, and a couple of spots. I also, for the mixed media portion, I used my Heidi Swapp Gold Color Shine to go ahead and just do some gold splatters. Now I ended up using a smaller title than I initially thought. I thought I'd use that, it wasn't so cozy, it was like something, I was going to use either Hello Fall or Cozy Days, one of these ones, but after I put my photo down and I put them next to it, it was just too large. And I could have, you know, pulled that up and moved it over, but I kind of liked how everything was laid out already in that sense. Now I did cut a journaling block to use here, and it's obviously much smaller than what's represented in the sketch, but I chose to put some of, you know, the tiny stickers down here. I did smiles, grateful for you, and nuts about you. So I used all kinds of pieces of, what would you call it, textiles, right? Or is textiles only when you're talking about ribbon and stuff? I'm not sure, but I wanted to make sure I've got paper, I've got dimensional items, stickers, foam dots, foam pieces, jemmies, all that kind of stuff. So I've got everything represented here in this layout, and I'm really happy with how it came out. Again, I used So Cozy. No, I didn't. Liar, liar, pants of fire. I used Cider and Donuts from Simple Stories, which was a kit that I included in my fall kit. As mentioned, when I did the video of my fall kit, my goal was to at least do one layout with each one of them. I have made one layout with several of them already, and I wouldn't doubt if I get 2 out of some of them. I still have a few that I haven't used yet, but I have photos in mind, and we're only in mid-October at this point, so I've got time between October and November. Now this month I am traveling to She Loves Color. That will be the weekend of, I will head there on October 22nd and head home on the 26th. I don't have anything planned for Thursday, but shopping and visiting with my friend Melanie. And Friday is when we have classes. Saturday we have classes. Saturday night is kind of like the goodbye. They let us know who's going to be there next year. And I head home Sunday morning. I would head home on Saturday night, but it's so dark from where I'd be traveling. I mean, it's going to be like 10 o'clock at night. And so driving, I drive through some areas that are just so dark. It's really not safe. It's a couple-hour drive. Nothing too bad. It's not too bad. And then the next week I'll be home for the Halloween, and then the next week I'm heading to New York to visit my friend Scylla. I can't wait. I cannot wait. It's just like I am counting down the time. Not that I don't love being, because I do. I love being with my family, and I love being with my baby girls, but I love seeing people who love paper as much as I do too. So that's a whole lot to share when I came here to show my layout for a cherry on top this week. I hope you like what I've shared here. Thank you for spending your time with me. I ask that you please like, comment, subscribe. God bless, and I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.